Cesar Chavez, it's a huge responsibility.
Wow.
Not only you're teaching the American community, the Mexican American community, but the Mexican community. There's a lot of people that don't know about him in both sides of the border.
Yeah, and that's that's the thing where I didn't know about him as well. I'm like, I heard his name from this place and that person, whatever, but I had no idea who the man really was and what he what he stood for. I knew that he fought for human rights, but I didn't know to what extent, And it was like these Mexican farmers, but also there was Filipinos and other races as well. But they were like farmers that were being brought from another country and pretty much exploited. They would work 15 hours a day, and they would have to pay for water from a hose, and 2 hours wage for water is pretty ridiculous, And also, they weren't allowed to use a restroom or eat, and that was some of the injustices that happened, and he just saw it and was like just didn't like what was going on.
Was there any pressure? The most you read it, the most the more you find out things about him. Was there any pressure to say, "Oh my God, I have to do this right"?
Yeah, there was a lot of pressure in the beginning, but then because I've been doing this since I was a kid, I knew that the way to really tackle this was really one scene at a time, and then the overall view, and just focus on your character work and really try to tell the story as best you can,
The movie was filmed in Sonora, Mexico.
Sonora.
How was that?
That was amazing. I remember when I first got in, it was so hot. And then it was like 120 degrees. And I had to wear like a wig too, you know what I mean, on top of my hair. Because he had three, we had three hair, different hair or whatever. And that was intense. And then I had to wear sweaters on top of that. And they try to age this here, and it was tough because it kept burning off.
Burning off, yes.
Yeah.
Melting in your face.
Exactly. And plus I gained weight for it, so it's you feel lethargic or whatever. But I loved it. It was a great time.
Made in Hollywood.